Hello there, this is Janai. Today we are going to do Cisco. Let me open up my window here. Cisco Bridging course, Switching, Routing, and Wireless Essentials from the CCNA certification course. I'm going to take this in one shot. I'm going to record the whole thing and not cut it or anything like that because I don't have any recording software that I can edit with. I just have OBS because it's free. So say in the comments, I guess, what I can use to edit videos. I don't think I have Windows Movie Maker installed on this computer. So anyway, this is assignment 11.6.1 in my curriculum, but it's switch security configuration, so it could be something else for you. Switch configuration. Okay. Let's do this. I have all my notes here. You are enhancing security on 2 access switches in a partially configured network. You will implement the range of security measures that were covered in this module according to the requirements below. Note that routing has been configured on this network, so connectivity between hosts on different VLANs should function when completed. Okay, so routing has already been configured, so I guess I just have to not break it. Okay, so this will be fun. I'm just going to jump right into it. Yes. Connect the G02 ports of the 2 access layer switches. Okay. Sounds easy enough. That's 1% complete. Very nice. That's 1% we didn't have before. Configure ports G01 and G02 as static trunk links on both switches. Okay. Static trunks. Okay. Native VLAN. I'll probably change the native VLAN for the mismatch. So setting trunking. Switch port mode trunk. Let's try that. Interface. Int G01 to 2. I think that's how I format it with range. Got no script, boys. And I guess the reason why I'm recording this isn't really to teach you anything, because I'm really horrible at this. It's more just to make sure I do it. I can't look at the memes while I'm recording. It's very serious business. Oh yeah, I was trying out switch port. Yeah, I know. Mode trunk. I got another %, so it's probably it. This is going slow though. 1% at a time. That means there's 100 different steps. Okay, got a few more % there. So, how long are we going to be staying on these switches? Disable Dhcp, create VLAN 100, and give it the name native. Switch 1, switch 2, should I use switch ports? Okay, so I think we're going to keep these open. Could you stop telling me about the native VLAN mismatch? Okay, DTP negotiation. DTP is It's probably something trunking protocol. Oh, DTP, dynamic trunking protocol. Probably. Yeah, dynamic trunking protocol. So we are disabling DTP notification. Trunking. These are trunking. Okay, here it is. Disable auto trunking with switch ports. No negotiate. Okay, disable on both sides of the link. Sides of the link. We should get a lot of points once we start running through the access VLAN ports. Okay, so we do want all of them to be no negotiate, looks like. Well, technically on switch 2, only G02 matters. Okay. G02, G01. Okay, but it just makes sense to do the same thing on both of them. So, we're still in the interface range. Let's go set switch port, no negotiate. Switch. We're at 10% already. Okay. Create VLAN 100. Configure trunk ports. I guess I have to leave range mode. Probably isn't going to be happy setting the trunk ports to use a VLAN that doesn't exist. Yeah. So I think we can create it just by editing the interface. I mean, VLANs wasn't the last thing that I was studying, so I don't remember off the top of my head how to edit them. No. Well, we have something to fix that. Enter VLAN communication, VLAN trunking protocol configuration, example of VLANs. Okay. Oh, so we weren't supposed to be in a VLAN interface. And you know what? If I was editing, I might cut that out. Because it was a waste of everyone's time to look at me try to enter an VLAN interface configuration mode. But I'm not going to edit this video, and it's very sad. It's easier than I thought. thought it was. Okay, so to enter the VLAN configuration mode rather than interface configuration mode, we just type VLAN 100 and then name native. Okay. Configure all trunk ports on both switches to use VLAN 100 as the native VLAN. So I don't want to set it to access mode. I want to set it to trunk mode. But can we use switch port access to assign it to the VLAN? Switch port access VLAN 100. Exit interface range and switch port access VLAN 100. I got no points for that, so that's not a good sign. So on switch 2, oh, to be fair, switch 2 gives me less points in general. Yeah, it's okay. No, there it is, native VLAN. So that's not what we're trying to do. Native VLAN, port security. Okay. Could you stop? Just stop. Thank you. I mean, I can't complain. It's a lot nicer than it used to be back in the Windows Vista days. Okay, let's get these VLANs fixed. Switch port trunk okay, no. Switch port trunk native VLAN 100. Let's try that. Switch port trunk native. Yay! Port consistency restored. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Exit, and then the interface range, and then switch port trunk. It was. Could you? Oh my goodness. Okay, switch port trunk native VLAN 100. Thank you. Got points for that. Okay. Secure unused switch ports. Shut down all unused switch ports on switch 1. That should give me lots of points, I think. Exit, and then find out what switch ports are unused. And train in range. G01, G02, F1 and 2, and 10. Wow, they're not making this easy for me. This is technically bullying to have hosts on 1, 2, 10, and 24. But we'll get through this. FA03 to 9. And then what? You know what? I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm doing. We'll just shut them down. And let's see. Okay. Move all unused switch ports to the black hole VLAN. And again, I'm not sure if I can assign them to the VLAN 999 when it doesn't exist. But let's find out. Okay. It says it created it. That's nice of it. Okay, I think that worked. It automatically created it when I added the switch ports to the VLAN. So we can go to VLAN 999 and say name black hole. I've got a point for that, so it's good. I need my other ports. Range switch ports access VLAN 999. Alright, up to 66% already. I'm going to get through this. Then I'm going to go home. Well, I already am home. I'm going to go to the garage. I wish I was editing this. I need to get an editor. I'm going to go to the garage where my car is and hopefully put the timing belt back on it. Because the engine blew up and I rebuilt it, and then I forgot to buy a timing belt. So then I just did yesterday. Okay, implement port security. Activate port security on all the active access ports on switch 1. See, nobody cares about switch 2. Switch 2, I guess they just inherently trust the people on it. Because we don't need security for switch 2. Not that I'm complaining. Well, I did open both of these windows up here so I could copy commands from one to the other, but we'll be okay. Okay, so activate port security on all the active access ports on switch 1. Doesn't explain what port security is. Is it the port security command? Switch. Yes, let's try that. I really want my interface range to be one command, so I don't have to enter everything twice. But I don't remember how to do it. I'm not gonna try to do it now. Okay. Switch port security. That's not what I expected to see, to be honest. Switch port security is a port security command. Okay, well. One. Okay. Wait, what did it say to do? Oh, the active ones. So yeah, I should be editing this, not gonna lie. I'd say we're learning together, but I'm pretty sure you already know this. I'm just not paying enough attention. Okay. Activate port security on all the active access ports. So an access port's not a trunking port, so not G01 or 02. Just exit int range FA01 to 2. Okay, let's go ahead and try the comma and see if I can do it right. I have no idea if this will work. Let's hope it worked. Let's hope we can just do all of our devices all at once. Okay, switch port security. That's what we're doing. Yay, I got points for that. Okay, so we set port security on the active access ports. configure the active ports to allow a maximum of 4 MAC addresses to be learned. So again, switch port security, and then I think just maximum 4. Port security agent, port security violation modes, shutdown, restrict, protect, verification, port security address. Okay, I definitely made a note of exactly what this command is. Implement port security. Switch port security, maximum. Yes. For ports F01, statically configure the MAC address of the PC using port security. Switch port security, probably static. No, just port security MAC address. MAC address. Okay. Of the PC connected to SW1. So I hope that I'm understanding this correctly. SW1 on port 01. That's this one right here. We're gonna, I think, use the magnifying glass doohickey. Oh, come on. What if I sent a ping? Would it get an ARP table? This looks like the MAC address of the PC to me. Let's try that. Oh, come on. Let me copy it. Okay. Configure each active access port so that it will automatically add the MAC addresses learned on the port to the running configuration. So make it so sticky. If they're not sticky, then it doesn't add them to the running configuration, I don't think. It's funny, sticky says that you can recover the same MAC addresses if the switch has to restart, but that's not true unless you happen to copy the running configuration to the startup configuration. It's not going to automatically add them to the startup configuration. Okay. Switch port security MAC address sticky. So that is switch port security MAC address sticky. Configure. Okay. Each access port will automatically add to the rank. Configure the port security violation mode to drop packets from MAC addresses that exceed the maximum. Generate a syslog entry but not disable the ports. Okay, so basically, what violation mode is that describing? Where's my list of... Oh my goodness. Where's my list of violation modes? Maybe I thought it was so obvious that I didn't write it down. Port security violation modes. Restrict. Oh, nope, there it is. shut down, restrict, and protect. Not disable the port. So by default it does disable the port, which is shut down. And then protect is the least secure. It just discards the packets, really. So I think we're going to do restrict. Let's try that. This is bullying. I know it's just my fault, but... I did... Violation. Okay. You already knew this. I should be editing this. It's just not right to put this on YouTube. But if I knew that I wasn't going to put this on YouTube, then I wouldn't act the same when recording it, so... It's for my own good. At your expense if you're watching this. Switch port security, violation, restrict. That's the mode. So restrict will drop the packets, but also generate a syslog entry and increase the violation counter. So it'll push a message to the console, I think, if there's a violation. Okay, so configure Dhcp snooping. That's a little bit more fun. And the command for Dhcp snooping is just IP Dhcp snooping. So I think that's something we enable globally. Note the Dhcp snooping configuration may not score properly in PacketJacer. That's sad. Oh man. Okay, so IP Dhcp snooping. And then configure the trunk ports as trusted ports. So IP Dhcp snooping trust on an interface. So the trunking ports G01 to 2. Oh, come on. Isn't that? This is rough on both of us. IP Dhcp snooping trust. Well, it did say it wouldn't score properly, so I guess I'll let it slide. Limit the untrusted ports on SW1 to 5 packets per second. Limit rate of DHCP messages with IP DHCP snooping. Limit 5. Rates? It says rate. I think there's rate. Yeah, rate. Limit rate 5. I think. Did I do the right ports? No, I didn't. This is so sad. Okay, what are the untrusted ports? Probably everything else. Probably. That's what I'm going to guess. Int range F01 to 24. I think those are all untrusted. The secondary trunk port might be untrusted, but I'm not sure. So let's try this, and we'll do IP DHCP snooping limit rate to 5. I still don't get any points for it, but maybe I never will. Hard to say. I'm not going to get any points for anything related to DHCP. That's really depressing, but you know what? We're doing it anyway. just because we're good people. I'm just kidding, I'm not a good person. Okay. On switch 2, enable it globally. Okay. Enable it globally and for VLAN. So we can enable it on a VLAN probably by entering a VLAN interface mode. But, you know, maybe not. Enable DHCP snooping on selected VLANs. IP DHCP snooping VLAN 10. So, IP DHCP snooping VLAN 10, 20, 99. Okay, I should get points for that, but I didn't, but the packet tracer just doesn't like DHCP, I guess. Okay, we're at 93%. Let's get some more points. None of that DHCP stuff. Configure ports fast. Enable port fast on all the access ports that are in use on SW1. So just int range FA 0, 1 to 2. What in the world? Oh. FA 0, 10. FA 0, 24. And those should be the access ports that are in use, and enable port fast. So port fast is, I think, a spanning tree protocol command. I guess it makes it more secure, so it's a security issue, but it definitely makes it faster. Doesn't try to run spanning tree protocol on those ports. Bypasses certain spanning tree protocol states and converges faster. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but my notes. Spanning tree port fast. Right? Okay. And then it gives us a message. Port fast has been configured on such and such port, but will only have effect when the interface is in a non-trunking mode. I'm pretty sure it should be in a non-trunking mode. So I don't know why I need to say that, but. Enable Bpdu Guard on all the access ports that are in use on SWN. So Bpdu is Bridge Protocol Data Unit. So it's a kind of data unit that it can receive on that port. Bridge protocol. I think it's something we don't want to receive on these ports at all. So basically, we want anything connected to the access ports to not be able to do trunking related stuff so that they can't access the network on the opposite side of this diagram. So I think that's what's going on here. So whatever a bridge protocol data unit is, we don't want it. So we're going to do spanning tree Bpdu Guard enable on an interface. Spanning tree Bpdu Guard enable. That puts us at 99%. So that enable all the access ports that are in use. So we already disabled all of the other ports. So basically, if you were to be on switch 1 and you unplugged one of the devices and plugged another one in and spoofed the MAC address of the computer that was connected, you still couldn't send a bridge protocol data unit. I guess. I didn't research my video. But you know what? We're getting points. And in college, That's what really matters. Okay, configure switch 2 so that all access ports will use port fast by default. So int range to 24. It's meaning tree port fast. So that gives us 99%, which is not acceptable at all. We are going to see what is taking away our point. I probably did something dumb. Okay, so that's supposed to be globally, not an interface. Accidentally doing the corner. Okay. Yay, default. Thought I remember that. So I guess apparently the spanning tree port fast default command enables it only on access ports. It says configures that all access ports will use it by default. So that's all we've got in this lesson. I'm not going to waste any more of your time.